Is this his moment? Or could Wes Newton produce a darting miracle to come back into this final? 7 180s now for Wes Newton. In the semi-final, he was 9-6 down against Brendan Dolan and won 5 straight legs. There's no margin for error here. He's got to win 6 on the spin if he wants to deny Whitlock his major.
$91.
A sense of expectation in the arena.
60. Thank you.
A sense of belief. Has to be for Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, he's well back in this
60.
leg. 60 only there. But he's thinking about this throw next leg as being the wrap-up. That's the plan for Whitlock.
58.
Wes Newton lost in the final of the UK Open last year, beaten by Phil Taylor.
140. Wedge power 120.
Of course, the treble. Hit the barrel again. Hit the barrel.
And again. He's got to change his lane or something, because it certainly isn't the board.
It's tough to take, I'm sure, for Wes Newton.
64. Wedge require 100.
To stay in the final.
Yeah, and in this leg where he was winning it easily, and it's evaporated.
40.
Well, he went for double top there. Steffi, Simon Whitlock's girlfriend. Is this the moment for the Australian? Bull to win.
64. Wedge require 60.
One match start gone. Newton will need tops to save.
He's hit a 5. Needs 15 for one dart to try and stay alive.
40. Simon, you require 25.
Well, is that the last dart that Wes Newton will throw? Is it heartbreak for Wes Newton as Simon Whitlock looks at Delaware to win his first ever major darting title? It's been a long time in the making for Simon Whitlock, but finally he achieves his darting dream. Whitlock has lost 2 World Championship finals at the Ali Pali and also at the Lakeside. He lost the Premier League final earlier this year, beaten by Phil Taylor, but he's done it now. Simon Whitlock has won a major darting crown. Heartbreak for Wes Newton, but for Simon Whitlock, darting dreams really do come true. He wins the final in Germany by 11 legs to 5.
Congratulations to Simon Whitlock, who is the new PDC European Dart Champion. He'd hit the wire on a few occasions, coming close to a major title. Tonight, he'll get the trophy, the winner's check, and the applause. It's a terrific performance. The German fans absolutely love Simon Whitlock. Let's hand back to the stage and John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A magnificent tournament, and now the presentation. Would you please welcome the Chief Executive of the Professional Darts Corporation, Matt Porter, and the Mayor of Mulheim, Germany, Markus Pohl. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, the runner-up, receiving his trophy in £20,000, that is the Warrior, Wes Newton. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner, the magnificent trophy, £50,000. But most important of all, the title of the PartyPoker.net European Darts Champion, the Wizard, Simon Whitlock!
Simon Whitlock, European champion, how does that sound?
Wow, I got tears. I'm so over the moon, you know. I've been so close to winning a majors in the last couple of years, and finally I win one, so I'm absolutely ecstatic.
We've been chatting, haven't we, since Thursday when it started. I've never known you so confident. You were absolutely sure you were going to win this.
Yeah, it's just from the weekend, you know. I got confidence from the weekend. I won a Players' Championship, and I played fantastic there, and I brought my form here.
What about the crowd? They've been absolutely... Simon Whitlock, ole! Simon Whitlock has lovely hair, we know that, but they've been absolutely amazing, haven't they?
Yeah, what a great crowd. Thank you very much, you know. I feel for my opponent because it's difficult when the crowd's sort of against you. You know, Wes is a fantastic player, and I'm just over the moon. I really am.
Very emotional. Your girlfriend Steffi, who's German, is here. Also, I've got to tell you now, it's 8 o'clock in Australia. Will your children be watching you?
Yes, I would be. Yeah, for sure.
Have a
Will be.
Send a message.
Yeah, thank you if you're watching, Lockie and Mason, and I love you boys. You're the best.
Simon Whitlock, European champion. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The crowd, of course, shouting for Simon Whitlock. Congratulations, you played an absolutely wonderful tournament.
Yeah, I'm happy. I've had a good week. I'm a bit disappointed losing the final, but at the end of the day, there can only be one winner. Simon played really well in the final, so take my hat off to him and congratulate Simon on a good tournament.
Yeah, the more times that they're shouting your name now, by the way.
At least, thank God for that. But yeah, I mean, Simon had a lot of the support there, but it was really hard for me. But I just took the positives of this and took it into the next tournament.
I was about to say, the more times you appear in finals like this, the easier it must become.
Yeah, hopefully that's 2 finals I've lost now. But I'm put myself in the finals, so I'm not doing a lot wrong. And hopefully one day I'll win one.
No doubt about it, Wes. Really enjoyed your play this week. Congratulations to you. Well played.
Thank you.
Well, here on the balcony, Paul Nicholson and John Part are smiling because I think everyone's really pleased for Simon.
Oh, without a doubt. He's worked really hard in the last kind of 15 to 20 years just to have a moment like this. And, he really does deserve it because he's been in a couple of major finals up until now. This is obviously Wesley's second one. There's no doubt in my mind that Wes Newton at some point is going to dominate this sport. And he's at the right age to kick on now. This is a really, really good time for him. And we're all going to watch and hope.
An emotional occasion for Simon, John.
Well, it is, of course. He's extremely happy, and I think it was really special too. He was a clear-cut champion here tonight, and he really looked like a champion. He scored very, very well. He finished pretty well. He had everything that the 167 out. It was all good.
What was the story of the final from your perspective, Paul?
I think Simon really did take the adrenaline from the semi-final into that final from the very get-go. And he just did what Simon Whitlock usually does. He came out firing, and he didn't look back. There was a lot of aggression at the start, and I tell you what, he did maintain it, and he gave himself chances, and he took them a lot better than he did it in the early part of the semi-final.
What are your thoughts, John?
Well, I think that's true. He did carry his momentum forward. I think Wes, on the other hand, not so much the weight, but I think because he played two totally different kind of matches before, slow matches, he never regained his true form and his true speed of play, and he never looked comfortable in the final.
Does this say anything about the strength and depth in PDC darts at the moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had 3 new major winners within the last year, and it's just proving why it's so hard to even get past a few rounds on the tour these days. It really is a lot of depth, equality, and it's getting more like rolling the dice every week.
And adding to that, I mean, we had the UK Open champion Robert Thornton. He's not even here. So what does that say about the strength and depth of the PDC circuit?
I wonder what the impact of this victory will be in Simon Whitlock in the weeks to come. Well, he could fly back to Australia without a plane in the days to come if he wanted to. He'll be absolutely high as a kite. But I wonder what the impact will be in the weeks to come.
I think the impact for Simon is the fact that he's actually finally done it. And knowing him, he'll want to win more. 2 weeks' time we're in Dublin, and we'll find out the draw tonight to see who's playing. I hope I don't get him. But no, he'll want to win more. He wants to leave a legacy. He's over 40 now. He doesn't have as much time in the circuit as Wes Newton has in the future, so he'll want to put a stamp on his legacy and want to do it in the next few years.
Let's reflect on the tournament overall. Phil Taylor came into this tournament unbeaten in the history of the event. The man is human. He lost eventually, so well played Brendan Dolan as well, because there's a few side issues to consider.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was good performances excellent performances by quite a few players here, and it was a special championship. It was quite enjoyable to watch some of the things evolve. Raymond Barneveld playing absolutely out of his mind for quite a while. Kim Huybrechts, Brendan Dolan's stubborn style. I mean, the Grand Prix in Dublin is going to be an absolutely crazy one to predict after this week.
I think Kim Huybrecht really is a player who's charging up the rankings. When he hits those doubles and boom comes in, great entertainer.
He is a great entertainer, and I think the one thing this sport now has is showmanship. Players are not afraid to celebrate anymore. Every game is a war. It's a different kind of war as well. And what we've seen in this tournament, and it's been great TV, sheer unpredictability. And like John says, that Grand Prix is going to be really hard to predict. But I'm looking forward to the next tournament, and I'm sure the fans are.
John, you know what stuck out for me, perhaps? When we had the experience of Van Barneveld against the youth of Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen seems to have been around for years, but he was sort of winning tournaments when he was a teenager. But when you see on both sides of the scale and still playing at the highest level, that's very positive for the sport.
Well, it is unique. There's not many sports, if any others, where you have people in their 50s playing as well as people in their teens. It's crazy. It really is, and it's hard to really get a grasp of it. I mean, it used to be more of an older fella sport, late 30s, your early 40s, you bloom. But nowadays, you're 18, you're 19, and you're a champion. So it's a little crazy.
It's one of the appeals of the sport as well, because not only are young players playing and old players playing against each other, and obviously young players are playing young players and old players are playing old players, but that's a really good appeal for a very wide audience. And that's why this darts game is really starting to explode.
Let's pay tribute to the German darts fans that have been here over the last few days, John, because they generated a terrific atmosphere. And 3,000 last night tonight, sort of afternoon and night time, no mean feat.
Well, yeah, and they absolutely love the darts. They love coming out and participating and the chanting, the singing. They know all the players. They're very knowledgeable fans. And on top of this great event here, they've supporting most of the European tour and packing houses where there's not even television involved.
That is Rolf and Eddie. I met them earlier in the queue for the gents, and I tell you what though, I wouldn't fancy the clean-up operation they need here when everyone goes home.
Well, Germany's pretty clinical when it comes to a clean-up. I would imagine in about 20 minutes flat this place will be ready for another sporting event.
So everything moves on now. You move on to the next tournament, and I think we should celebrate a successful tournament in the last few days. Would you agree, John?
Oh yeah, I think the European Championship is rapidly changing status of ranking amongst the majors, and will soon be regarded as one of the top events, because last year was fantastic. This year has been equally spellbinding, and I think we have more to look forward to next year.
Is that the way you see it? Do you think it's growing in prestige?
Without a doubt. I mean, I've been a part of 4 European Championships. I missed the first one, but the second one and the third one for me didn't have that it factor. And the last couple of years, they've had something